यस्मिनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थः निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योः समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः. So the 45th verse, the topic is all that man does in life is just within three gunas, rajoguna. Generally rajoguna and tamoguna and a bit of sattvaguna. That means he is going round and round the three gunas. Whatever he does, it is, an action. It is ragatmakam, means ambition. Either he is trying to fulfill his ambition, or he is trying to hurt others, he is indulging in some negative things. Or he is trying to hurt others. He is either ambitious or negative, and once in a while good. Swamiji, when does that once in a while come? Kabhi, once in a blue moon, he becomes free from being negative, free from being also inordinately ambitious. He becomes sober and useful, sober and ready to make others happy, pleasant. But not that he doesn't, but the larger proportion of his thinking is occupied by Rajoguna and Tamoguna and a bit of Sattoguna. Why? Because as an individual, he cannot do anything, he cannot be involved in anything other than these three gunas as an individual. As an ambitious individual, negative individual, or a good human being. Bas, these three. But there is one thing we have to observe here. The one who is a good human being today can become something else tomorrow. They are all interchangeable. A pleasant talking person can become suddenly harsh in talking. A person who is ambitious for himself can suddenly become negative for others. And he can also be suddenly become sattvic, very nice. Suddenly he can be good, suddenly he can be very ambitious. He can become a Duryodhana, or he can become really negative. He can become like Ravana. Duryodhana. Anyway, whenever there is an ambition, generally it overlaps with being negative. It's not, you can't be purely ambitious, because it has implications. Ambition has implications. That implication is tamoguna. You can't have purely ambitious. You can't be purely ambitious. Ambition can bring about negativity in an individual. Duryodhana was ambitious, but he was also negative. That he wanted to have the kingdom for himself. He is being ambitious. Okay. But then he wanted to get Pandavas burnt, you see, in the forest. That's what. Being negative. Can you really keep the ambition away from the negativity? Is it easy? Is it easy? However much a great an editor you are, it is difficult to keep ambition free from negative thinking. Very difficult. Then there must be a proper guide. Then to guide him, or one has to guide oneself. Well, I am within my right to have an ambition for something without hurting others. I have a right to be happy. I have a right to earn. I have a right. Therefore, I must be very clear where my right begins and where it ends. I should be very clear. And so much of thinking, who does? It's like walking in a crowd. How can you walk in the crowd without touching anybody? In a mela, supposing somebody, brushes shoulders with you, you can't pick up a fight with him. And he will say, why did you come into mela? Mela mein kyun aaya? If nobody wants to, you don't want anybody to touch you, then why did you come into mela? अच्छा लगता है ये सब सुनने के लिए. And why go into mela and then expect not to remain untouchable there? Similarly, in this world, when you have an ambition, definitely you are going to overstep Lakshmana Rekha. Pakka. That is why Rajoguna always implies Tamoguna. And Tamoguna implies Rajoguna. And both imply once in a while Sattva-guna. These three gunas are like three spokes of a wheel. Did you hear that? The three gunas are like three spokes of a wheel. Therefore the wheel is turning. Now Rajoguna is up. Now Tamoguna is up, like your merry-go-round. Now you are up, now you are down, now you are up, now you are down, now Sattva-guna is up, now Rajoguna is up, now Tamoguna is up. We are going round and round three gunas. We are negative now, ambitious now. Sometimes good. Sometimes good. Bhagavan Krishna says, independent of exposure to Vedanta, you will remain like that even if you follow rituals, even if you follow prayers, even if you follow rituals, you will remain within three gunas unless you have exposure to Vedanta, Brahma Vidya, meaning unless you have exposure to your own nature, unless you make yourself the topic. Unless you look within, find out what you are. Because as long as I look out and look at the world, either I am Rajasic, or I am Tamasic, or I am temporarily Sattvic, but I am never free from three gunas, but I am all the time. And then I'm only making rounds, you see, from Sattva-guna to Rajoguna to Tamoguna, and then again to Sattva-guna, like this. They are all overlapping one another. It's all, three. The mind is made of, it has all these three tendencies, three gunas. Every mind is made of three gunas. There is no mind that is not made of three gunas. Every human mind is made of three gunas. That is the reality about mind as such. Mind, once we say, three gunas. You can be good, you can be ambitious, you can be very nice, as we are going to see later on the elaborate details of what is Sattva-guna, what is Rajoguna, what is Tamoguna, but then the essence of it is simple. You can understand in just one word. Be a nice person means you understand what it is. That is Sattva-guna. Being an ambitious person, that you know what it is. Ambition means what? All-consuming fire. It consumes fire. It's a fire. That's why they say you are fired with the ambition. Ambition. That is not an ordinary thing. That is why you cannot be a ruler without Rajoguna. That is why a Kshatriya is supposed to have Rajoguna. Supposing he is like a sadhu type, and then you will have all Bombay phenomena. If you are a Kshatriya, and then all the time doing japa, Om Namah Shivaya. We have got enough sadhus to do it, why are you doing that? We have got enough sadhus to do Om Namah Shivaya. If you are also doing Om Namah Shivaya, then you better join us. You better join our camp. हमारा साधु लोगों के बीच में आ जाओ. If you have to keep on repeating Om Namah Shivaya, and then from across the border telephone comes and he receives the phone, Om Namah Shivaya, what do you want to say? What Om Namah Shivaya? Give the orders to the army. That is why our Shastra is very clear. Never make a person a politician unless he has a fire in him. When the king is weak, the whole society is insecure. I am telling you. And the king is, all politicians must have Rajoguna backed by Sattva-guna. You see, they should have the fire to serve the society. But anyway, what I want you to understand is, every mind is made of three gunas. Indian mind and even American. Swamiji, American minds also have three gunas. Every mind, what is American mind? These are all boundaries we have created. There is only a jiva, human beings. I don't even call them human beings. They are just individuals, living beings in the creation. We are all there in the creation. Any living being found in the context of the creation is called a jiva. Jiva. Bhagavan says, Jiva loke jiva sanatana. It is jiva. Therefore, every mind is made of three gunas. And our freedom lies in transcending three gunas. Our freedom lies, our intrinsic nature is there behind the three gunas, unqualified by three gunas, untouched by three gunas. Because the one who is aware is neither good nor bad nor ugly, he is just aware. Sight. Sight is neither sattvic nor rajasic nor tamasic. When the ambition is born, you see it. When the negativity is born, you see it. When you are sober, you see that quality of soberness. Also you see it. And that seeing That seeing is neither sattvic nor rajasic nor tamasic. That is the truth. That transcends the three gunas. The seer of the three gunas transcends the three gunas. That is what we are. Whereas we think we are made of three gunas. Krishna says, no, you are not made of three gunas. Your thinking is made of three gunas. Your being is free from three gunas. There is a difference between your thinking and your being. I will give you the example. You have to capture this. See, Bhagavad Gita is very beautiful because it's not a book of theology, beliefs. It's all teaching. This is the problem. Because you have to be a student. It's like, like physics you can understand only when you become a student of physics. You don't learn physics by becoming a believer in physics, a mere believer. जब आप कह रहे हैं ठीक ही होगा, ना तो peculiar attitude. जब आप कह रहे हैं ठीक ही होगा, then you are not a student. A student always wants to see for himself. That is called a student. He doesn't want to rest content with a belief. He wants to see what is said for himself. He wants to verify for himself. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita also, one has to be a student. Vidyarthi, Jijñāsu. You see? I'll give you an example. Wave thinks I am a wave. It is thinking I am a wave, but it is being water. See the difference? It is being water, thinking wave. Or a relative example. Supposing you are rich, let us say you have Khandani rich. For the last so many, Bhagavan's anugraham. Because, if one is rich also, it is God's grace. You have to respect wealth. You have to respect wealth because it is Ishvara's prasadam. And supposing, God has given you enough wealth, but then you behave poor. Every time you say, "Mare paas kuch nahi. I don't have anything." Right? Nobody is asking your wealth. Don't say, "No, hamare paas kya hai? Hamare paas kuch bhi nahi." Wagaira. That thinking. You say, why do you want to? That means, what are you doing? You are thinking for being. Is there a difference or not? There is a difference. Being rich, thinking poor. Krishna also says, you are being free, thinking about. You are being transcendent and being. You are being transcendent to gunas. You are being transcendent to gunas and thinking qualified by gunas. You are thinking you are made of gunas, but you are being free from gunas. Vedanta comes and shows the difference between the three gunas, which are the qualities of thought, and your own being. Therefore here Krishna says, Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. I want you to understand the meaning of this line. All the rituals, all religious rituals, religious prayers, our temple, everything, this is all beautiful, but minus exposure to yourself, minus exposure to your nature, you will be only going round and round three gunas. You will never know the truth about yourself. Therefore, what should you do? Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Try to discover your truth, which is free from three gunas. Even though it means transcend the three gunas, it means what? You don't have to transcend, you are already transcended. Recognize your nature, which is free from three gunas. Means what? Enjoy religious rituals. Enjoy prayers. Enjoy prayers. Enjoy rituals. enjoy prayers, enjoy rituals, enjoy melas, enjoy Kumbh Melas, enjoy dips, everything. Don't run down anything that is a part of our tradition. Let everybody enjoy. Don't run down. When you run down, you are only showing that you are intolerant. Whenever you run down something, it only shows you are intolerant. And the one who shows intolerance doesn't deserve to be tolerated. Are you able to follow? The one who is intolerant of others, why should others be tolerant of you? If you don't tolerate me, why should I tolerate you anyway? Therefore, intolerance is never in your interest. Intolerance is not good. Let people enjoy as long as they don't trample on one another's toes without hurting others. If you want to enjoy something, enjoy. If there is a Kumbh Mela, let people enjoy. No, these Kumbh Melas have to be banned because last time there was a stampede and 100 people died. Kumbh Mela, if people died, then you better manage it properly rather than banning. You had something. You went to Oberoi and then ate stale fish. And then you had upset stomach. And then afterwards, then you say we should ban eating. Means what? We should just now onwards don't eat. Eat, but manage properly. Manage Kumbh Mela rather than banning Kumbh Mela. Manage temples rather than banning them. Manage sadhus rather than banning them. If somebody is deliberately hurting somebody, then you can ban it. But why ban conventions? Why ban rituals? Why ban worships? Why ban temples? Why ban anything? They're all colorful. Why ban? Manage. Whenever you can't manage, then you start ban. You ban it. You better manage it. Well, there are things which need to be banned also, which are really, they're big, unmanageable things. What can you do? Then you better ban them. But all the religious things, because they give a lot of happiness to the people, even if there are some handful of people who are happy, it's okay. Because there is a Sai Baba Mandir here, and then we come in the cars, and there is a lot of problem in parking, and the people are standing in the queue, and then we make a comment. These people, why did you go to the temple? They're all superstitious. They should all study Vedanta. Hey, you started Vedanta yesterday, and today you become an advisor. People should not go to the temples. People should all come to Vedanta, Ramana Kendra. Why should they come to Ramana Kendra? They have been going to the temple. You came here much later. They have been there for the last so many years. You understand, For respect others' interest. You find your peace inside. In not running down, you will find your shanti. Because whenever you run down, then you are showing your intolerance. When you show intolerance, then you are disturbing yourself. But what Krishna says is, enjoy everything, please, but also understand that there is something to be understood called Vedanta. Follow everything, but there is something to be understood. That is called Vedanta. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavan. In this context, I would like to cite what Krishna himself says at another place later on. You see, he says, Na buddhi bhedam janayed ajnanam karma sanginam. Quotable quote. Never disturb the people if they are occupied with their religious karma, etc. Don't go and tell them, hey, this is all superstition, there is some better thing called Vedanta, you dissolve illusion. It was sapna hai, come over to Vedanta. Then neither they will be able to come to Vedanta, and in the meantime they have lost interest in that. Na ghar ka, this good? This is what we people doing, all these modern educated people keep doing this. I tell you, our villagers are much better. They just leave you alone. Apna kaam mein lage rahe. These people, these so-called intellectuals, hey, if you don't want to go to the temple, don't go to the temple. But don't tell others not to go to the temple. Why do you want to say that? Let them enjoy. Let them enjoy. It is such a healthy thing. Anything that makes you happy, you should enjoy it. Going to the Ganga and taking a dip makes you happy, it's very exciting, makes you happy, it is good for you. And nothing, no conventions, nothing. I say in India, every day is a celebration, Tyaohar. You know that? If you don't know it, you better know it today. Every day in Indian calendar is a Tyaohar, is a Utsav. There are always some families observing every tithi. Somebody is observing Amavasya, somebody Pratipada, somebody Dvitiya, somebody Tritiya, some Chaturthi, Ganesh Chaturthi, or Naga Panchami, something. There is always something. Colorful country, colorful culture, eventful. It's all Mela. I tell you, this country is a Mela, not a moment of boredom. You go around, not a moment of boredom. And why do you want to convert India like West? Nothing is here except there are what we call, what they call super bazaars, where you get a lot of McDonald's, vagera, vagera. Have drinks and eat, and then go back home. It is a very, very uneventful, insipid, boring lifestyle. You come to India, my God, everywhere it is so beautiful. It is not just one Diwali you are talking about. Every day is a Tyaohar. That is why Krishna says, don't disturb others when they are enjoying their religious rituals, prayers, worships, etc. And then you can guide them how. Say, encourage them to continue and also tell them, hey, along with this is beautiful, there is also something very beautiful called Vedanta. You can guide them along. You understand? No? You can guide them along to Vedanta. This is the first line. Nirdvandvaha. Bhagavan says, hey, don't go on living a life of only three gunas, now good, now sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, ambition, negativity, and once in a while a good deed. They say there is much more profound about you. There is much more profound about you. You better look at that. Why do you have to underutilize your resources? Use your resources in full to understand that profound truth about yourself. Nirdvandvaha. The next is, don't waste time in living in opposites. Pairs of opposites are called dvandva. I want you to hear. Dvandva means pairs. P-A-I-R-S. Pair. Pair means, two. They are called pairs of opposites like love, hate. This is one pair of opposites. Raga, dvesha. Understand? Similarly, kindness and cruelty is what? Another pair of opposites. Gain, loss in life. Another pair of opposites. Man is all the time really living within pairs of opposites. Now I am enjoying gain, now I am suffering loss, now I am having love for others, now I hate others, now I love others, now I hate others, now I am kind to others, now I am cruel to others, now I am looking unhappy, now I am looking happy, now I am frustrated, now I am excited. In this manner we are all the time flitting from one opposite to another opposite. I am telling you, this is amazing how man is all the time flitting from one opposite to another. Now I like, now I dislike, now I like, now I dislike, now I like, now I dislike. Now I feel comfortable, now I am uncomfortable mentally, now I am comfortable, now I am uncomfortable. Now I am hopeful, now I am desperate, now I am hopeful, now I am desperate, now I am hopeful, now I am desperate. These are all what? These are all pairs of opposites, dvandvas. And Krishna says, how long will you be like this? How long will you be like this? It is suffering. And you don't deserve to suffer because you have a nature. You are by nature free from opposites. Like supposing, I'll give you an example. Supposing you fall asleep. When a person he transcends love. When you transcend both love and hate. When you transcend cruel thinking, kind thinking. And love and hate. Harshness and kindness. Sense of gain, sense of loss. Sense of hope, sense of desperation. All these are all thoughts, nothing else. They're all just opposite thoughts. And then you fall asleep. You transcend the whole mind. You transcend all opposites. When you transcend all opposites, then what are you? You are absolutely peaceful. Man always craves to transcend all the opposites in his mind so that he can relax. That is our nature. We are by nature free from opposites. We are by nature free from opposites. Krishna says, Nirdvandvaha. Discover your nature as free from opposites. Nirdvandvaha. Because neither anger is our quality, nor compassion is our quality, nor kindness is our quality, nor good is our quality, nor bad is our quality. Are you able to follow? Thinking is not the quality of our being. Thinking is not the quality of our being. Because if we can dump the thought, if I can transcend thought, then thought cannot be. If we can transcend thought, then thought cannot be our quality. You have to hear this sentence again. It is not easy. What we transcend cannot be our quality, our nature. If I can just be free from the form, even for a moment, as in sleep we remain free from the form, that means form is not our quality, our nature. And when you fall asleep, so in sleep, we are free from all the pairs of opposites. That means all the pairs of opposites are not our quality. Only serenity is our nature. He is not sleep. The only applicable term, the only apt term is absolute serenity. When you fall asleep, you stand absolute serenity. And absolute serenity is our nature, unqualified by the pairs of opposites. And therefore Bhagavan says, hey, study Vedanta, in which you discover your nature, which is free from pairs of opposites. Nirdvandvo bhava. Be educated about your nature as free from dvandvas. Next is Nitya Sattvasthaha, and ever remain rooted in Sattva Guna. Sattva means, Sattva here means, don't jump from Sattva Guna to Rajo Guna to Tamo Guna to Rajo Guna to Sattva Guna. Don't travel. Don't travel. If you want to travel, travel to Rishikesh and come back. Really, in fact, people these days going to pilgrimages, going to hills, going to pilgrimage centers has become out of fashion. For whom? For the South Delhi people. When we go to Gangotri, in summer, I go to those places, Gangotri, Vagara. A very busload of people, most of the people who come there to visit Gangotri are Rajasthani villages. Are from south, from Bengal, Vagara, all from the countryside. But the city people are very rare. We don't find them. Why? Because they all go to Switzerland. That is pilgrimage. That is a pilgrimage. They go to Netherlands, New Zealand, and Australia and all those things. You will get nothing there. What do you get in those places? Amara pilgrimages, you go to the temples, I tell you, age-old temples, they are so beautiful. It is better to visit the temples and promote our culture rather than taking all the money and then spend some in Switzerland and put it in Switzerland's bank. What is the use? I mean, we should just really, once we are convinced this is indeed a beautiful culture, we should always promote it. Why not? That is why Bhagavan also says, those who promote Bhagavad Gita are dearest to me, Bhagavan says. Very dearest to me. Here and then study. These are the good things. And therefore, anyway, coming back to the word, instead of traveling from Rajoguna to Sattva-guna to Tamoguna, etc., well, you better try to be stable in Sattva-guna. Try to be stabilized. Stabilize yourself in Sattva-guna. Nitya Sattvastaha. Stabilize yourself in Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna means what? Try to be reflective. Try to be a good person. Try to be a sober person. Try to always ask for happiness for everybody. Let everybody be happy. Respect others' freedom. Respect others' happiness. Respect others' peace. Or even if you don't give them anything, don't snatch away their happiness or don't obstruct others' happiness. And there is a certain code to be followed. Everybody has to follow that code. Even if you don't, like in a classroom, even if you are not interested in listening to others, even if you are not interested in listening to the teacher, but don't disturb others who are listening. That's a great code. That's a great meherbani. You don't want to listen, don't listen, but don't disturb others. Don't disturb others. But generally when you don't hear, you tend to disturb others also. That is where the problem lies. When you are not doing the right, you tend to do the wrong. Shanti se baithna itna aasan nahi hai. Bhagavan says, Nitya Sattvastaha, be rooted in Sattva Guna. Then comes Niryoga Kshemaha. Yoga means, earning, getting what you don't have. In Sanskrit it is called apraptasya praptihi. Supposing you don't have money and you earn it, that is called yoga. You didn't have the house and you make one, that is called yoga. And having got it, you keep it safe, that is called kshema. Earning what you need is yoga and keeping it safe, kshema. I hope you are able to follow. Earning the money is yoga and then keeping it safe, kshema. Kshema. How getting the house, yoga. Keeping it safe, kshema. You wanted to get some name, good reputation. All right, you become a politician and make a good name, whatever, some name you got. That is called yoga. And then you keep it unsullied. That is called kshema. Human beings are generally preoccupied with earning and keeping it safe. Safekeeping, you see. They are involved in earning and safekeeping. They are involved in earning and saving. First I want it, and having gained it, then I want to keep it safe. Therefore, all my energies are spent out in collecting and safekeeping. Collecting and keeping it safe. And Krishna says, hey, don't waste all your time in this, because this is also a chakkar. Don't go after it. You leave that yoga and kshema to me, Bhagavan says. Niryoga kshemaha. Don't get too obsessed with yoga and kshema. Don't be all the time worried about earning and saving, earning and saving, earning and saving, and don't think the more you save, the more you are secure. This is a problem. The more I save, the more I am secure is one of the old illusions, Khandani illusions, Purane Zamane ki illusions. The more I save, the more I am secure. I say security is not determined by only the money. Why? Because insecurity can come from any direction. Insecurity can come from any direction. And money is not the answer to every kind of insecurity coming from every direction. Neither money is the answer to all kinds of insecurities, nor money is the answer to the insecurities coming from every direction. In fact, money doesn't even know. Money only takes cognizance of the insecurities coming through the main gate. What about there are so many other gates? Coming from above, below, vagera, vagera, vagera. Remember that story, very beautiful story, Parikshit. Parikshit, you know, put up a skyscraper and then sat on the last floor, thinking that Vasuki will not come. Then Vasuki entered an apple, and that apple was bought by the servant of Parikshit, and that apple was taken to Parikshit, and he bit it, and Vasuki was out. Struck. He died. You know, such a beautiful culture. Insecurities can come from any direction. Don't unnecessarily worry. Be happy with whatever you have and think of God. Use life to think about truth. Rather than really trying to, like, we all the time play chess, If this is the insecurity, this is the answer. If this is the insecurity, this is the answer. This is the insecurity, this is the answer. I am all the time playing chess game. You understand, If this happens, this I will do. I am all the time trying to play the game of chess in life. And ultimately, lose. Everybody loses because you can't really play chess with Shakuni and win. So this is insecurities can come from any direction. And therefore, what should you do? Niryoga kshemaha. Niryoga kshemaha means what? Don't unnecessarily worry about yoga and kshema. Try to leave it to God, because destinies, you cannot monitor destinies. Destinies can take us by surprise. Prarabdham can take us by surprise. Prarabdham can take us by surprise. Like you want your daughter not to meet anybody. Did you see that one movie, that Anadi? Anadi number 1. That joke. I happened to see recently. I said, what a jokers they are. Why should you keep that girl inside, locked up? Let her go out. She would have been a better girl. Let the children take some fresh air, go. No, it's all really imprisoned. Supposing you put a person within a prison, then definitely the person whom you put in the prison house is going to fall in love with the one who works inside the prison house naturally. Because he can't go anywhere else. Somewhat, or somebody, some chowkidar, somebody, he will fall in love with that joker who works in the prison. That is an excellent message. The more you imprison a person, the less he is going to come up to your expectations. The more you imprison, the less he will. I don't mean to say you should just leave the person free like that. You can always have discipline. Discipline is a must for everybody. The one who is inside the prison, he needs discipline, and the one who is free to go also needs discipline. Discipline is a universal need. But yet, it is always better to give freedom with the discipline. Freedom with the discipline. Freedom with self-control. Freedom with common sense. Freedom with codes well drilled into the mind. Otherwise, you put a person behind bars or behind prison house, definitely he will not fare well. Therefore, niryoga-kshemaha. Therefore, niryoga-kshemaha means what? Don't really leave the yoga and kshema to me. Then the last word is atmavan. All this is possible for you. All this is possible for you only when you are exposed to your nature. Atmavan bhava. Bahut badi baat hai ji. This you have to hear. You can transcend the three gunas. You can be free from dvandvas. You can be ever rooted in sattva. You can also leave yoga and kshema to God, provided Atma, your own nature, becomes your topic. You become a student of self-education. You become a student of self-education. Self-education is different from puja part. Don't confuse them. Puja part is wonderful. Self-education is different. Puja part is different. Anybody can do it. Whereas self-education is, you have to have a certain jignasa in the mind. You have to be questioned. You have to be reflective. To be reflective. It's like, reciting a verse is different from trying to understand what it means. Like saying, Om Bhur Bhosvaha Tatsavvidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prajo. Like this you go on and on. Om Bhur Bhosvaha Tatsavvidurvarenyam Bhargo Deva. There also swaram is broken. Om Bhur Bhosvaha Tatsavvidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prajo. It's all okay for reciting it. Anybody who has memorized it can recite it. But to look into what it says, you need to have a receptive mind. For reciting, you need a repetitive mind. To understand the message, you need a receptive mind. For Gita, you need a repetitive mind, a receptive mind. Receptive mind, not a repetitive mind. And therefore, here says Atmavan Bhava. This is the verse. Now I'll just sum it up. Just then we'll go to the next verse. Hey, don't go round and round three gunas. Try to understand the truth behind the three gunas. Number one, all the rituals and the karmas, etc., all those things come within the three gunas. You have to look into the Vedanta which talks to you, about you, to understand the truth behind the three gunas. Nirdvandvaha, don't get lost in pairs of opposites. Now love, now hate, now love, now hate. Is wasting time. Now love, now hate. See, these are all opposite situations that take place in life. But that doesn't mean I have to get involved in my mind about them. Think about that which is not divided. Love and hate are divided. But the one who is aware of both love and hate is not divided. Nitya sattvastaha, be ever rooted in sattva guna. Niryoga kshemaha, don't be unnecessarily worried about your future security. Why? Because there is no security which can be an answer to all the insecurities. There is no material security which can be an answer to all insecurities, because the body by nature is insecure. Our life is insecure. We should learn to live with whatever securities we have reasonably, be happy with it, and then spend time with, go back to the truth, go back to yourself. Atmavan Bhavaiti. This is Bhagavan. Bhagavan has given a nice advice. Hey, look at yourself, look into Vedanta, your scripture. Bhagavad Gita is Vedanta, understand. You may say, Swamiji, आप तो वेदांत भगवद गीता पढ़ा रहे हैं, आप वेदांत कब पढ़ाएंगे? Bhagavad Gita is nothing but Vedanta. Even though it is not called Vedanta by name, it is called Bhagavad Gita. As a by topic it is Vedanta, Brahma Vidya. At the end of every chapter, have you ever heard it? Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade Purushottama Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyaya. In this manner, at the end of every chapter, there is a note. What is it? Thus, in Bhagavad Gita, which is Brahma Vidya, which is also Yoga Shastram. So, 15th Adhyay, Sampurna Sampanna Hua. You understand, you know? In this manner they say. That means what is this Bhagavad Gita primarily? Brahma Vidya. Secondarily, preparatory for it, Karma Yoga. Primarily Brahma Vidya and related to Brahma Vidya is Karma Yoga. Acha, is dog related to the tail or tail related to the dog? I mean, this is very important. Is dog related to the tail or tail related to the dog? Does the tail have a dog or dog has a tail? Dog has a tail. This confusion we should never have. The primary and the secondary. Brahma Vidya is primary, Karma Yoga is related. You don't say, I am taking achar along with rice. Do you take that? Unless you are absolutely a confused person. You don't take achar with rice, you take rice with achar. Is it not? Not able to follow? You take rice with achar. You take rice with dal. You take rice, that is the staple. That is how it is. Do you have a shirt with buttons or buttons with a shirt? You have a shirt with buttons. In the same manner, Bhagavad Gita teaches Brahma Vidya with Karma Yoga. Don't say Bhagavad Gita teaches Karma Yoga with Brahma Vidya. The central topic is Brahma Vidya, and Karma Yoga is meant to prepare you for Brahma Vidya. It both, you see, it's like, you see, you while going to school, a child when he goes to school, he gets ready and goes to school. Does he go to school in order to get ready, or he gets ready in order to go to school? ये तो बहुत जरूरी है इसको समझना. Does a child get ready to go to school, or he goes to school in order to get ready? He gets ready in order to, which is the cetera, going to school. That is called Brahma Vidya. And for that you have to get ready. That is called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga gets you ready for Brahma Vidya. Karma Yoga prepares you for Brahma Vidya. And therefore don't say Bhagavad Gita is only nothing but Karma Yoga. Don't say that. Bhagavad Gita centrally is not Karma Yoga. Bhagavad Gita is centrally Brahma Vidya. And to gain that Brahma Vidya, you have to be a relatively peaceful individual. You have to be a peaceful, happy person. And in order to be a relatively happy, cheerful person, you require Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means what? Do your duties prayerfully, happily. Accept results, so Bhagavan ki ichha. Because we are here for a few years, not for 1,000 years. Make the best of this short stay. And then prayerfully work, prayerfully serve, prayerfully perform your duties, prayerfully accept results, and don't wish ill for anybody. Wish everybody well. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. This is called Karma Yoga and values. That will make you definitely a happier person. Don't others' attitude towards you do not guarantee happiness to you. But your attitude towards others definitely guarantees you happiness. If everybody is good to me, then that will make me happy. No. When you are good to everybody, that will make you happy. Not able to follow? When everybody is good to me, if everybody is nice to me, if everybody listens to me, if everybody obeys to me, if nobody questions me, if everybody obeys me, takes my orders, does not question, and everybody becomes a yes man to me, that makes me happy. Krishna says, shut up. That will not make you happy. When you become a good person, be nice to everybody, wishing happiness to everybody. When you are good to everybody, that will guarantee you happiness. When you are good to everybody. Don't say when my parents-in-law are very happy with me, when they are good to me, I will become happy. No. It is their problem how they are. Let them manage their attitude. You manage your attitude. Don't try to solve their problem. You solve your problem. You be good to them. If they are not good to you, जैसे कर्म है, जैसे करते हैं, वैसे भरना है. That is the law. You don't have to worry about their attitude. If they supposing you are very good to them and they are not good to you, just leave it. You are wasting time. Just say, sympathize with them and go ahead in life rather than trying to be smart enough and then say tit for tat. When they don't like, why should I like? If they give me one, I give them two. Like this, no. Hey, don't waste time. Try to serve, that will bring you blessing. That is God's niyama. And when you are being good to others, then they also learn, oh, this person is so good, even though we are not reciprocating, but this person seems to be so good, that itself will bring about a change in them. This is all called Karma Yoga. Therefore, is Karma Yoga the central topic of Bhagavad Gita or preparatory topic? It is preparatory topic. And which is the central topic? Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya means self-knowledge. Education about yourself. And then comes the next verse. It's a very beautiful verse. He says, everything is valuable. But that value also, we don't have to be fanatical about it. Like you see, supposing when there is a drought, no rains, then we are very particular about even one glass of water. We don't want to waste water on them. We value every drop of water. But suppose there are floods and floods and floods and floods and floods. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. There is water. What is the value of that water in that oasis, that water hole in Rajasthan? Small water hole in Rajasthan. What is the value of that water when the whole Rajasthan is flooded with water? But when it is not flooded, but that is useful. This is called wisdom. Bhagavan Krishna says, when things are in short supply, don't waste. When things are in abundance, then you can be liberal. It is like this, Vedanta and Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda and Vedanta. Until you come to Vedanta, for you happiness is a drought. Freedom is a drought. There is a drought, means until you come back to yourself, once you come back to yourself, there is a flood of peace and serenity and happiness. Till then, there is a drought. In that drought, even a ritual is useful. You understand? Even a ritual is useful. Even a prayer is useful. Like even a glass of water in drought is useful. Even a temple is useful. When a man is going through a drought, then even these things are useful. Therefore, Don't run down anything. Make use of everything. Make use of everything. There lies the wisdom. Rather than running down. Make use of everything. And that is, Indian culture is, everything has its role to play and make the best of it. That is the next verse. And this verse we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Om Tat Sat.